What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. In this video, I'm going, as you can tell from the title, I'm sure, I'm actually going to be dipping back into my Raw Beauty Kristi X Colourpop. I always get that wrong. I'm like, and Colourpop, X Colourpop. It just sounds wrong. But this is my Raw Beauty Kristi palette, and it's at the forest site, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Very pretty, very Kristi, very Kristi. And I just, I loved the two looks that I created with it, but I just want to use it more. And it's the wrong time of year, totally wrong time of year for here in Australia. But I thought, what the hell, why not? It's 10:30 at night. I'm not going anywhere. My husband and I ran some errands this morning, so I was like, I took a nap and was feeling better after I had my nap. So I was like, well, you know what? May as well film. So that's what I'm doing. And I've got something happening with my contact lens. Send help. So first things first, I'm going to go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the color Painterly. And I'm just going to put that on an F12 from Colourpop. I need a mirror. Okay, so I'm just going to take this on this brush, this paint pot on this brush, and just get in there. And I've honestly found, since using a brush to put my eye primer on with, my application seems to go smoother. And who doesn't want a smooth application? I know I do. But yeah, I love this primer. I've been using this primer for years and years now, and I really, really like the way that it gives you this nice opacity. It helps to cancel out your discoloration on your lids and just even everything out. And it's a really nice base to put eyeshadows on top of. And I don't think I've found an eyeshadow formula yet that it doesn't like. So yeah. Alright, so eyelids are primed. My eyes, for some reason, my eyelids right in this area here are super dry. And I've been using the same hydrating, I used the Bobbi Brown hydrating eye cream. And I've been using that for a couple of years now. And I don't know if it's just my skin or what the go is with it. But for some reason, it's just really crusty in that area. So it makes eyeshadows not look that great. I'm not sure what shape I want to go for, which is my problem. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Puffball, Chanterelle, some of Homegrown, and maybe a bit of PNW or Emerald City. Ooh, even Fiddlehead would work with those, I think. So, yeah. Ooh, and I got a new nose ring today. She had a bit of trouble. It's one of the capture ball or something like that, but it's got a little teeny tiny little ball there in the middle, and and it's rose gold to match my plugs, so I just kind of wanted to matchy on my face. So okay, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking like that. All right, the first color I'm gonna go in with is, I'm trying to decide what type of eye shape I want to do first off, and I was like, oh, I could do a halo eye, and I was like, well, I did a halo eye in the first impressions video, and then I'm like, well, I could do a cut crease or a half cut crease, and I could do that, I could, but I haven't. You know what I might do? I really don't know. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into, I really want to do a cut crease moment, but I'm not terribly good at them, so I might do a half cut crease moment. So the first, okay, so I'm going to switch back to the brush I originally had, which is the E2 from Colourpop. I don't know why, and I never remember to clean this fucking handle, but it's so manky looking. I don't know if a bit of tape got stuck on it or something, and it's just, I don't know, this brush, this is the only one of my Colourpop brushes that does this. But anyway, I'm going to go in with Homegrown first. Wait, did I decide what I was doing? I can't remember. I changed my mind. I'm going to go in with, I hate when I do this. I have it all planned out, and then I'm like, nah, I can't, I don't know what to do. I'm going to go in with Puffball first, which is this brown here. And this is the only shade that I didn't play with in my first impressions video. But I'm going to take that in my crease and just kind of wiggle. And I'm actually using like the side of the bristle, so I'm using it more like this, like perpendicular to my lids. And then I'll go in and really use it to just kind of diffuse that color a bit. Well, that's a nice just heading out the door kind of color. That's a really pretty shade. That is a gorgeous shade. Okay, next I'm going to go in with Homegrown, and I'm going to take a BH Studio Pro number 5 brush, and I'm gonna go in with Homegrown, and I'm going to use that to deepen up my crease. This is just another type of floofy-ended brush, in case you were wondering. And I'm really going to hug that in my socket and really, really diffuse that color. Such a beautiful, reddy, chocolatey, purpley brown. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. And you can see that took very little finagling to get that right there. So what are your guys' plans for Christmas and Hanukkah? My plans for Hanukkah are non-existent because I haven't managed to get affiliated with the synagogue here. They fly in or drive in a rabbi from Sydney or Melbourne, and he's only here. Well, the rabbi I talked to was a male, but he only comes in, I think, once or twice a month. So the synagogue is not open every Friday, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, I've had just such a hard time trying to get onto the synagogue. I tried to go in one day and talk to somebody, and they wouldn't let me in the gate. And then they were like, go to the website. And I tried to go to the website, and I can't figure out that fucking website. It's so dumb. And so I just got really, really frustrated with it. And I'm going to take more of that because I really like this shade a lot. And I'm just really going to hack that in my crease. And so I tried to phone the rabbi, and I spoke to him once, but he was in Sydney, not in Canberra. And then I talked to him, and he's like, well, I'll call you back. And I never heard from him. And so I'm really afraid to call because I was not expecting to speak to a rabbi when I called. So I was kind of like, I don't know what to say. But anyway, so my plans for Hanukkah are pretty non-existent. We actually have Paul's grandmother, my husband's grandmother, is taking us out for Yum Cha tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say. Her treat for our Christmas and Hanukkah present. And so that's really nice. So we're going to be going. My in-laws are going to be there. My husband's grandmother is going to be there. She's lovely. She I was really scared to meet her when I first came over because she's not the typical Jewish grandmother. She is Jewish, but she's like non-practicing. But like most matriarchs in the family are like obviously gatekeepers. And so I was really nervous that his grandmother wasn't going to like me. And so the first time I met her, I just fell in love. Like Bev and I just hit it off like so well. And haven't looked back ever since. I love her to bits. So next I'm going to take Chanterelle, and I'm going to take that on an E2 Colourpop brush, and I'm just going to use that to kind of buff out the edge. I really wish, sometimes I really wish that I was in the States so that I could have like makeup looks that kind of correspond with what the rest of the majority. Actually, I can't even say that, but I just wish sometimes wish that I was living back in the States so that when makeup releases came out and they had like these fall type vibes, that, I could play with them and everybody could see the different fall looks or summer looks or spring look. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I just sometimes I get a little envious, and I feel a bit silly in spring wearing, these really muted, not muted, but really fall vibe colors. It would be cool if, I suppose they have to do it from a marketing standpoint and that sort of thing, but it would just be really cool. Oh, this nose ring is just causing me itchies just in here, and I'm not picking my nose, just so you know. I'm just kind of scratching right up in there, just underneath the ring. But yeah, so I got to get this new nose ring. I've been wanting one for a long time. I've always felt the silver was very, I like gold. I'm a gold girl. rose gold, green gold, white gold, gold girl. And so, I never liked the silver in my nose. So when we went in, I said, we were just kind of walking around doing some errands, and I happened to ask the clerk or if you're in Australia, Clark. I was just asking the clerk, do you have different styles of, I'm going back in with homegrown, and I'm putting that on my mobile lid. So I asked the clerk if they had any rose gold septum jewelry. And so she kind of directed me, she pulled out these different ones. And I was going to go for one that was slightly bigger. And then my husband and the clerk both kind of vetoed that. They were like, no, the smaller one is the one to go with. So I got new jewelry today. Isn't that what all girls want for Christmas and Hanukkah, is new jewelry? Well, I got my new jewelry. It's a little, less conventional, but I got new jewelry. All right. So that's basically the majority of my eye done. I am going to take Super Shock Shadow. I'm going to take the color Campfire, which is the deep gold, which is so super pretty. And I'm going to place that on my lid. And if you've never felt, bitch. Like, if you've never felt a Super Shock Shadow, the formula is so weird, but it's just stunning what you can do with the Super Shock Shadows. They are so, so beautiful. And they don't, like, fluff away. And it's almost like this weird combination of a jelly and a putty. But, I mean, you know what I mean? So you just stamp that on with your finger. They're super easy to apply. And they're so freaking soft. Like, they feel so comfortable. The only downside to them is that they tend to dry out after a while. So you do have to be kind of mindful of that. Just kind of building these up a bit more. So I really want that high shine. High shine. High. All right. So that's the top of my eye done. I'm going to go in and do my base. So the reason my husband and I left today was left the house today was because we both got our new glasses in. And so he was super keen to go and get his new glasses. He has to have 2 pairs now because he needs to have distance and he also needs to have up close, like when he's at the computer. So he had to get two sets of frames. And one of them he got the transition lenses in, so that he had to get the transition lenses in his driving/distance frames. And so he was testing it out. He's like, are they getting any darker? And I'm like, yeah, baby, it's getting a little darker. He's like really, really excited about the transition lenses because he's like been curious about them for a while, but he's never found the need to have them. And so he would just swap out to his prescription sunglasses, same as I do. I just swap them over. This is my Hourglass Mineral Veil Foundation Primer, and I just put this all over the face. What I like about this primer is there's also, I believe, there is an SPF in it, so that's really great, so that you do have that protection if you don't want to wear full-on sunscreen, which I know I should be doing more of, but I already have a ton of things in my skincare, and so it's really hard to add another step in. And I've heard that they're actually kind of difficult to use sometimes because they can like change the way that your foundations and stuff play on your face, and I don't have the time or the energy to try and work out a new bit to my skincare line. I know that sounds really bad, but I don't know. I've gotten my skincare exactly where I want it. My skin looks amazing. Very happy with it. And so I really like when products already have SPF in them. Now, granted, it's only SPF 15, but I don't actually spend a whole lot of time outside. We also tried to do a little holiday shopping today. I still don't know what we're going to get my in-laws. Christmas Day is also my father-in-law's birthday, and he hates his birthday, for obvious reasons. Going in with my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. He doesn't like his birthday. He never has. So we don't like to make a huge deal about it, but we do go over there for Christmas dinner and to open presents and just kind of hang out with the family as you do. And so we're trying to figure out what we want to get him for his birthday, and I'm at a complete and total loss. We usually find like kitschy things for his Chrissy present, but we try and, do something nicer for his birthday present so that it's more special. And we saw a book that we thought he might like, but he doesn't read a whole lot. He games a lot, so we're not really sure what if he would have liked the book. It was I don't want to say too much because I know that my mother-in-law watches my videos sometimes. So it was a book, but we're not sure if he would like the book. So we decided to wait and just ask my mother-in-law. We're going to see them tomorrow, like I said. So tomorrow's going to be a busy day for me. Actually, this whole weekend's been a busy weekend. So, today has been busy. We were out for a couple of hours. We got some sushi for lunch. Came home, I collapsed on the couch, and then we watched the rest. We watched the last few episodes that we had left of Star Wars Rebels. And because we started watching it, I want to say a few weeks ago, we started watching it because we had started watching The Mandalorian, and there were things that were happening that we didn't know about after, like, one of the characters from Clone Wars, which I really enjoyed that. And I've never been a Star Wars fan. All the movies that I've seen, aside from the last 3, I've fallen asleep in the cinema. And what was it? 1, 2, and 3 bored me to tears. The first one, they just bored me to tears. The acting was disgusting. It was so terrible. The dialogue, oh God, the dialogue was atrocious. But the last 3 movies I really enjoyed. Apparently they're like almost carbon copy, like plot-wise, to the original 3 movies. So 4, 5, and 6. So, long story short, we started watching Clone Wars because we wanted to know what happened to Anakin before the Clone Wars happened, before, what's it called? Where the clones had this chip activated in their heads that made them turn against I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, the clones ended up turning against the Empire, not the Empire, oh my God, why is my brain not working? I hate when this happens. I get like pain brain, and then I get, but on top of that, I'm feeling really nauseous for some reason. I'm not really sure. I think I just have a lot of post-nasal drip. It got really cool over just now. The rain just came through and is cooling down the weather. And so I think I've got a lot of post-nasal drip. So it's making it very uncomfortable in my tummy-tum. What do I want to do for the bottom? I think I'm going to take Rainier on the bottom, which is this really pretty brick red terracotta kind of color. And I'm going to run that along my bottom lash line. This is an E9 Colourpop brush. It's just a smaller, floofy-ended brush. So it's just, you can see it against my face. It's just a smaller, more densely packed. Now hopefully I don't have like a complete and total fail like I did last time I used this and ended up with eyeshadow down on my cheek. The exact reason that I don't do my eyeshadow after my foundation happened when I put this on. Not this shade, but if you go back and watch my other video, I ended up with eyeshadow like right here, and I got so cranky. But I managed to recover, so that's a bonus. Oh, that's such a pretty color, and it's really unique. I don't have these, like a lot of these colors I do not already have in my collection of eyeshadows. So when I saw it, and because I missed out on the Pure collection, we couldn't afford for me to buy it at the time. And so, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that because, again, I had the colorful side. I'm sure I could dupe them, but the other side, the more neutral side, I don't have those colors in my collection, and I wanted that collection so badly. But unfortunately, like I said, we couldn't afford it at the time, so Unfortunately, couldn't get it. How many times am I going to say unfortunately? I couldn't get it. I'm going to take a Morphe R41, which is a pencil brush, and I'm going to take Homegrown. Ooh, do I want to do Homegrown? Yeah, I'm going to take Homegrown, which is that crease color that I used, and I'm going to focus that really deep in my, or not deep, but I'm going to put it right in my lash line, just to kind of marry the two edges, give it a little cohesion between the two, upper and lower. And so yeah, today was a great day. Today was a super duper fun day. I really enjoyed, like, Paul and I just like kind of took our time and just moseyed around the shopping center. We got him a couple new pairs of shoes for work because he's in desperate, for some reason, I don't know why, but the way he walks, I don't know if it's because he's flat-footed or not. If anybody's out there is flat-footed, can you explain to me if you go through shoes at the same rate that he does? Because holy samosas, it doesn't matter if they're expensive, it doesn't matter if they're cheap. He goes through shoes like nobody's business. He wears them out so quickly. And so we've done the whole thing where we buy the more expensive shoes, the ones that are supposed to be made for people like him. They're really flat-footed and stuff like that. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to go in with the Pencil Woodsy, which is the brown from the collection. That's a pretty brown. That is a really pretty brown. The only thing that I hate about eyeliner is that sometimes I end up drawing on my contact lens and then it just feels like I've got grit in my eye. Does that happen to anybody else? I like that brown a whole lot. A whole lot. It's kind of a chocolate brown, but it's not like my Stila color that's really red. This is more of a yellow brown, I would say, and it's super pretty, and I love this formula. I really want the rest of these. Like, I want that little vault. Maybe if I get money from Hanukkah, I can get that from, like, if my family gives me money for Hanukkah, I can get that, because, ooh, I want that vault so bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take, I don't know, I actually really kind of just like the look as it is. I don't necessarily feel like I need an inner corner highlight because my inner corners are pretty already. Actually, I might take, see, these are the two shimmers and they're both really beautiful. But I think the one that I'm going to do is from the Super Shock Shadow. I'm really enjoying these a lot. I already had it out on my bench. I'm going to take Olympic. I think I used this as an inner corner highlight last time as well. It's just so beautiful. So I'm just going to pop that right there. Bing, bang, boom, done. So pretty. So pretty. Yeah, I like this eye look. Very simple, very fast, very quick eye look, but very beautiful. So that's it for the eyeshadow palette. Done and dusted with that. Eye look is done except for eyelashes and eyebrows. So I'll do those quickly. Eyebrows, I'll just come back with them done because once you've seen me do my eyebrows once, you've seen me do them 100 times. I don't change the way that I do my eyebrows ever. So there's no point in making you wait through watching me do it. Okay, eyes and eyebrows are done. I'm going to do my bronzer and my cheekies. You know, those things that are on my face all the time that I clearly forget about the names. This is my NARS bronzer in the color Casino. Been using this for a while. I've just barely feel like I've scratched the surface. I don't wear a ton of bronzer. I'm sure if I were using this every day, I'd be going through it quicker, but I don't use it every day. So, hell, I don't use any makeup every day. I don't even put mascara on 9 times out of 10 because, this is going to sound really stupid, but I have really long eyelashes and I hate when I can feel them brush up against my glasses because I don't wear contact lenses every day. I typically I live in my glasses. And so, yeah, I don't go through it. And I've had it for a while and I don't know, the shelf life on these things. 18 months. But, yeah. Anyway, you do you. It still works. It doesn't have any mold or anything growing on it, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. This is the kind of look that I feel like faux freckles would be so cute with, but I don't have a freckle pen, and I don't think I have the right color brown. I really like this bronzer a whole lot. And I need to use this one up. And then I've got the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which I'm also equally stoked to finally dip into. I know and you know, my namesake, late for the party. So yeah, I'm always I'm always late to everything. All right, I'm gonna take the Colourpop. I'm gonna be using my Manny MUA Colourpop Manny MUA Moon Prism palette. And I'm going to go in with the color, I think I might say bronzy. And that's the color Gravity. I'm torn between Gravity and Spacey. And I'm not I think I might go with Spacey actually, which is a really pretty like mauve almost. But you just dip a tiny bit in, tiny. When I say tiny, I mean tiny bit. And this comes with a humongous mirror, which is awesome. And I'm just going to put that in the area where you blush, where I blush. I don't know where you blush. See, that blush looks like it'd be too dark for me, but it's really, really not. Like, they are definitely buildable and so pigmented. Like, they're pigmented, but they're not pigmented to the point where you put it on and it's a hot, patchy mess. You can build it up. And like I said, you know, pigmented from the word go. So yes, they are, I'm contradicting myself and I don't know why. They're very pigmented and they're also very buildable. So with the darker colors especially, it's nice to be able to go in and try them and not waste and have 2 or 3 blushes in a palette you can't use. If you have this palette and you're a bit leery of trying the 2 darker shades, I say go in with a very light hand and just build it up to the opacity and the depth and color that you want. I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to use them, and I have been so happy that I finally was like, I'm going to do it. Okay, for lips, I don't know. I want to use Glacier, the Gloss Glacier, so I might go in with, let me figure out what I'm going to do with my lips and I'll come right back. I think I'm just going to go in with my Obvi lip liner from Colourpop, which is this really pretty nude, more of a brown nude. That's what it looks like right there. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to line my lips with it. I need more of these lip liners as well. I doubt I'll ever get through a full one. Well, that's not true. I need to sharpen this one already. So I'm going to take the color Glacier. I love the way these smell. I can't picture it. It's almost like a frosting, like a buttercream frosting with like a hint of citrus in it. Oh, love. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, that is pretty. And not gritty in the slightest. Love that. All right. So that's it. This is the final look. This look came together super quickly. This palette is bomb, guys. As soon as it is restocked, if you have been kind of like on the fence about whether or not you wanted this palette or not, or this collection even, I can't say enough good things about it. It's so good. The eye look came together so quickly, and I used the more neutral colors in the palette. I have also used, if you go back, I'll link the video, but if you go back and you take a look at the other video, I used all but 3 shades in the palette, and I did 2 different looks on both my eyes. So if you're interested in this palette at all, I can't recommend this palette enough. It is so stunning. They did such an amazing job. I haven't had any issues with patchiness, with pulling, with colors fluffing away into nothing. They're really, really good. I love Colourpop's formula anyway. The lip gloss, so comfortable. It doesn't feel heavy, but it doesn't feel gloopy. So that's, I mean, it's tacky, but not gloopy, if that makes sense. Yeah, when I do like that, it doesn't collect right in the corners, which can be really kind of infuriating for some people. But yeah, I really love this collection. I can't wait to do more looks with it. But yeah, basically that's the end of the video, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!